then, of course, I wouldn't like scream into high Axl Rose stuff or nothing like that. So I basically did the whole performance, music stand right in front of my face, and nobody could see who was singing. Oh, that's pretty good. Who was that? I'm like, I don't know. Don't worry about it.
I gave them more than a few shots. A girl named Mo.
I grew up in Monroe, Georgia, a small little town. Not a lot going on, especially when I was growing up. You know, if you're involved in sports or whatever. But yeah, I was never really into sports and playing football and this, that, and the other. So I just got stuck into music. And there's a lot of music in that town. A lot of people don't really know about that because there's not any music venues really. There's not like a music scene, but there's a lot of talent. So I originally started playing drums when I was 6, but then I picked up guitar a little bit later on in high school when I turned 14 with a band. I wanted to start writing some more songs and help the band forward, but just picked up guitar and then eventually started doing my own thing with that. Eventually that kind of fell apart, and then so I just picked up my own band and started writing my own songs, and just wanted to see kind of where I could take it, and started singing. The singing was crazy. Like nobody actually thought I was going to be singing when that happened. I didn't either. It just kind of happened because we had a guitar class at school. We were singing a Guns N' Roses song, and I loved Guns N' Roses, or I liked them as much as anybody did. You know, they were doing the cover song, and the person singing it was like kind of not getting the vibe right. I'm like it's like this, and then of course I wouldn't like scream into high Axl Rose stuff or nothing like that. So I basically did the whole performance, and ended up putting a music stand right in front of my face, and nobody could see who was singing, and just did the whole song that way. And everybody's like, "Oh, that's pretty good. Who was that?" I'm like, "I don't know. Don't worry about it."
4, 5, 6, yeah, keep the shots coming.
So a lot of the artists I'm inspired a lot by these days are some of my closest friends. A lot of people I write with on a daily basis. A lot of people that come up in the same area as me, like roommate J. Kyle Reynolds and Jennifer Lindsay as well. Probably, no question, Stevie Ray Vaughan's been huge. I wouldn't play guitar anywhere near the way I do, the style I do, without listening to him. When it comes to writing, I mean, I have like off the beaten path influences, because like you come to Nashville and like you'll hear, you know, Hank, and which is awesome. Like no shade there at all. But I'm just like a little different because I have like these Tom Waits influences from our writing, you know, Ryan Adams, and most people might be like, who is that or what is that? But it's just a little bit of different flavor, you know, I use to throw in a little spice into my music. There's obviously Kit Moore, you know, he's from Georgia as well. And then Stapleton's been massive as well. It's got a huge voice, and that's always been a big thing for me. Moving to Nashville was like a really sudden thing, because by that time, you know, I'd been writing my own songs. I'd had an EP I'd put out, 5-6 song EP with the band, and playing all around Georgia every weekend. It just kind of happened because of this girl I was dating at the time. She'd always wanted to be up here, and she was like, well, I'm going to make the move. It's just where I always wanted to be. I'm kind of just playing the same bars here in Georgia. It kind of just makes sense to make the move.
Through the winter, the breeze drowns out all the whispers. I got all night and some liquor if you got what it takes.
So, moved up here. Obviously the relationship didn't work out, but so I stayed up here for the music strictly. And then when that broke off, like I didn't have anybody, like I didn't know anybody, just kind of making ends meet. I moved into an apartment with people that had no idea who they were, and it was a wild situation. And I was just like, you know, the lowest of low, because I had literally nothing. And then one of my closest friends now in the entire universe got me to start coming to this church in town. That sermon like hit me so hard, like it was just like a gut punch, and I was like, I don't know if she went behind my back and talked to him and had that sermon like written for me or not. Don't think so, but it definitely felt that way. It just really turned everything around and put everything in perspective. So anything I do coming to music, writing, I always want to make sure that is a huge focal point, and I don't want that to be something hidden. I don't want people to have to guess like where I stand on that, because it's been such a huge part. Like, I wouldn't be doing any of it without, you know, what God's done for me.
We stopped meeting on the hood of this car and saying things were safe for the dark. But don't you know there's a fine line between...
Now I'm just full-time, just trying to grind as much music as I can do, write as much as I can write. But I feel like coming into Nashville, I had to really find what my sound was, and I still am kind of searching for that, but I think I'm really honing in on it with the last other 2 songs, More Than a Few Shots and Take It to the Bank, and then this new song, producing it with Grady again, and he just absolutely kills, and everybody that's playing on it like has been heard on these awesome other records, and it's just super thrilled to be working with him again on that. I think this song is a really cool, just a drive-in country rock tune, and it's one of those that it's going to help show not just growth, I feel like, from the songs I've put out, but it'll show the range of different kind of stuff that I feel comfortable doing as far as country artists, because I feel like I can be comfortable over here doing things like More Than a Few Shots, where it's like this rowdy bar band song that I can feel super comfortable just taking it back and going to more of this kind of just a driving song. And I want to make sure that that range is there, and I think this song definitely helps that as far as building the catalog.
I just wanna love you. I just wanna love you. I just wanna love you. Even if the taste of you's the last thing I need. Girl, I just wanna love you. Even if it's just my shadow.
Do you want it to be something pretty like concrete, or do you want it to kind of be more jammy? Like, kind of feeling more jammy.
Yeah.
It's kind of what felt natural to me. But
I mean,
whatever.
this part's kind of the hook.
If it's that rolling,